there everyone, and welcome back to Empire Total War 2 with this Polish-Lithuanian campaign. We are about to invade Moscow and take that, but before then I want to show a little bit about the progress in other areas. So we have now left St. Petersburg. I'm able to hold it without any garrison at all, because we've got secular humanism, which means that the cultural unrest has been reduced by 60%. So I'm now able to hold it without even a garrison, which means the army is now on its way to, within quotation marks, I was about to say liberate Finland. We're gonna conquer it. So that's what's going on up here. At the same time, I'm also moved up the Greek army, so now it's sitting outside Kazan in Tataria. Ready to take that out. Should be as easy as an outer assault, I imagine. And once that's done, we only really have Ufa left, and as that is taken out, I will declare this campaign over. We have achieved victory. So I think it's high time really we start to think about the next campaign. I'll probably be posting, I probably already, once this is up and you see this, I'd probably already posted in the community tab suggestions for new campaigns. With that said, let's go ahead and take the army under Joseph Anton and lay siege to Moscow and invade it. For this army, we've got the Membership Guard Brigade, which consists of 5 units, which is Wyatt, Gilliflowers, Tunai, Hios, and Jipilu. I don't think there is anyone else in this one. This one is the one which lost one of its famed winged hussars. So I have re-recruited a new one, which is this National Cavalry. It's got exactly the same stats, and I'm thinking someone mentioned that there is one. It's got the exact same stats as this one, but it actually carries the really long lances that the what's it called? That the winged hussars had. This is actually going to be quite a large fight, because the enemy's got a full stack outside the city as well. So we're looking at almost 12,000 men defending the city. And in terms of reinforcements, it's really hard to see, but I can imagine in reinforcements we've got something similar. So around like 20,000 enemies, compared to, I would say, 16,000 of my own. So it's one big battle. And we'll see how this goes. I'm sure I'll be victorious. But here goes nothing. Let's go ahead and conquer Moscow. The battle is now underway, as it usually is. The enemy's got a static defensive line, which we are currently bombarding. Although they have sent forwards a few units to test out our defense, and we were allowed to test out our canister on them, which seemed to have worked out just perfectly, as tons of their units lie dead before us. Unfortunately, the thieving Cossacks decided they were going to draw a line of spikes right through our entire line, which seems like a really odd thing to do. A winged hussar is going to be ordered in against the elected soldier regiment. Not entirely sure what that is, but we'll see. The new winged hussar unit with the longer pikes, and they actually just tore through that elected regiment. The fact that they were elected didn't help them at all. Unfortunately, I can't move this battery, but I figure I won't be needing to. Right, let's set the rest of the batteries up. Hold fire. And now when they've moved so far away, we're going to be switching back to round shot. The enemy got completely run over in this position. I'm going to move this artillery piece. We're going to move up the Necrosov infantry, so we got the entire brigade going against the militia unit, or land militon, whatever that is. There is a resurgence of enemies moving forwards over here. So we're going to go ahead and target them once again. What I did over here was I took the meat and potatoes and put them on the right flank. And I decided not to go ahead and draw through the woods here, as I figured that wasn't going to really work out. I'm going to order forward the guards though. The membership guards. They're going to keep the Dillon regiment, or the Dillon regiments, their brigade in reserve as they move forward here to deal with the enemy. Once again, hold fire, switch to round shot, and start targeting the enemy up there. And you will also target the enemy up there. This cannon crew has switched position. I don't know where to put them actually. What I might do is I might continue and put them to fire up the flank or something. I think what we'll have to do is we'll have to get rid of this unit right here before we can think about any good position for this battery, which is sitting right over here. At this point, I don't see a good position to put them. These guys are getting a little bit too close, so I feel like targeting them, or having the howitzers fire towards them seems like a mistake. We're gonna fire against this, which I imagine is a pike square moving forward. And before the thieving Cossacks start breaking my regiments apart, we should organize here. Grenadiers and stuff, they're actually pulling forward, so my guys will actually be moving back a little bit. They're activating a large part of this area right now, blowing this to pieces. I'm gonna focus a little bit further back on those. These batteries can continue firing on this area. More and more troops being drawn in over here. We'll have the winged hussars going after, I think these are pikemen? No? But this is a melee unit, which is trying to flank the 30th Necrosov Regiment. Let's see if I can't... I want to get this battery up here somewhere. There's no actually good position here. Absolutely blasting this area. To protect the flank, I'm ordering these to fire canister towards this area, as Jipilu is getting heavily flanked. Got a lot of fighting going on here. I'm gonna spread out the howitzer shots a little bit. We're gonna get the Dillon regiments a little bit closer, and I'm gonna take half of this and move that up, and then take this to cover that. Now there's a lot of enemies right here. Oh crap, we're bouncing through our own troops, which is not great. I've got the hussars. Not a great unit to plug gaps with, but it might work. It might just work. We still haven't gotten rid of this regiment. Ooh, we've got perfect bounces up through the side here. The canisters seem to be working, holding them off here for now anyways. But I think we might have to get the Dillon regiment in here, as The enemy is trying to overrun these units with grenadiers and all kinds of units. So I'm gonna get the Dillon Regiment facing over there. They're too close for me to direct any like heavier artillery towards that area. Can I get you to fire canister? Alright, we've got rid of these units. Actually allows possibly for my winged hussars to get up here and then ride down and to the aid of the Lithuanian riflemen. The Lithuanian riflemen is holding strong so far. But for how long? We actually have quite a few units here. Not too happy with their situations. I am getting the Dillon regiments close up to fill the gaps. In case, I'm not sure why you're so unhappy. It could be that howitzers are hitting too close. I think it also might be, I'm hoping here that it's just temporary. Right, let's send in the winged hussars. A little bit risky since the enemy is just right there. But if I focus in the cannons on canister instead, that might work. We're gonna hold fire with the howitzers while the winged hussars go in. And they should rout a large part of the Russian force here. And the Lithuanians are holding well. This unit has suffered heavy casualties though. Yes, now when I remember it, the demi-guns need to hold fire. This unit right here needs aid, and it needs aid quickly. Oh, they did manage to place spikes, but in the wrong direction. I was able to move my winged hussars. Ah, there. They moved through the spikes there. But largely unscathed. I'm gonna get the entire brigade moved like that. And you know what? I'm gonna get Dillon Brigade, the Irish, to counter-charge on the Russians. Push them away. Probably should have done that sooner. Oh, the cannons over here were overrun, which is not great. But we got 2 batteries close by that can support. These bastards. Now I'm really bloody tired of them. I'm gonna order a bayonet charge. Okay, we got a massive rout now going on among the Russians, as Dillon's brigade is moving through and sending them away. I'm gonna move them back though, since I don't want them to get shot by their own. Enemies moving in over here. I'm gonna target this area with the cannons. I'm gonna order the winged hussars to continue. The enemy was forced away from this area, and now we charge down those. Wonderful! What we might do here, though, as we've got a few units rallying in among the town, is that we redirect the artillery to focus in their fire on them, and hopefully then make sure that they stay away. Right, the winged hussars go after the cavalry over there, but otherwise I think we're fine. What I'm going to do now is I think we'll wait to see where the Russian reinforcements turn up from and reposition to face them, because we broke most of this army. Now we have a few cavalry units out here. But we need to keep in mind now that there is a sizable reinforcements that's going to go ahead and trickle in and come to fight us. The enemy reinforcements have been spotted, and unfortunately for me, they're coming right at us from behind. Which I guess I should have figured out. I should have been on top of that. They're turning up from over down here. I'm sending in my hussars now to block them somewhat, and then we've got the Nekrasov brigade setting up to try and hold them over here. They're setting all the cavalry to attack the weakest of the Nekrasov units. We also got Dylan brigade and the Lithuanian riflemen. I'm gonna see about getting this 24-pounder up through here and hopefully set them up over here. As we can already see, I'm setting up the other 24-pounders over here. I'm redirecting... Ah, crap! Where did you come from? Oh no, there's another spot which they're turning up over here. I'm going after the general, and they just routed the howitzers. I do have guns that can't move, that are ready to deal with them. My hussars, I've sent 3 hussars to deal with 1 of their units over there. We'll see how that goes. We seem to have successfully sent the enemy away over here, but the Dylan Brigade and the Lithuanians have been stopped. Looks like we're gonna save at least some of the howitzers. Right, and the hussars was able to get those guys away, but I'm gonna need to clean up behind enemy, behind my own lines here, because there's lots of enemies over there. At the same time, we've got the rest of what was over here still kind of in the fight. I'm gonna send in my winged hussars and kind of forget that. I think we're gonna have to turn the membership guards as well. We've got 6-pounder set up over there. How the hussars now coming in, chasing away hopefully all of these. I kept this battery, I guess, firing on back towards these, and might just have hit my howitzers. Great. Let's get the Lithuanians quickly up on the line and get the Necrosovs up on the line as well. And then the Dylans to turn this way. And then the membership. You've shot down that guy. Fire up the side of that and break those. I want to move the meat and potatoes as well. Right, you managed to send them off. Great. Now I've got 1 target over there. It's a light cavalry unit. Winged hussars. They handle this. So, meat and potato, start turning this way. I want you to... Oh crap. I was hoping I'd be able to set this one up here in peace. But we've got bloody horse archers set up. Looks like these guns though are unbothered. Oh, they're turning up from over here somewhere. I need to get some units up here to defend my cannons. Hussars, chase these guys away. Go after that. This battery can actually target them. Right, where did my general go? I completely forgot about him. He's here somewhere, right? I moved him away from the fighting. I can't see him among the pictures. Could be that he got attacked with the artillery here and forced away. I'm sure he didn't die. Oh, you were broken by that? That's not great. I want my guns up here. I feel like this is a good gun position. I might just risk it and set them up there. The thing is, it's out of line, but now since we've got a light Cossack regiment attacking, maybe not the best idea to start to refocus these. We do have this regiment coming in, which I ordered my cannons to fire at, which is a bit risky right now. You're set to fire canister. We'll set everyone actually. Fire round shot at that cavalry unit. You were able to kind of form square. You need to form square to alleviate the situation. Dylan regiment over there. Membership over here. Need to definitely shore up this area. Maybe just a tad bit forward before you go ahead and deploy. Right, winged hussars, they've done their job. Looks like we lost one of them, which I think is actually the new hussar unit. The new winged hussar unit. I don't think that unit has as much armor as the normal ones. The battery over here was unfortunately overrun. Maybe not a big surprise. that those were overrun. I was hoping to prepare that position a lot better. Looks like we've lost a unit of the Lithuanians, which have run away. Oh, there they are. The Lithuanians suffered heavily. Let's get Dylan's up along the line. Let's get all the Lithuanians up along the line as well. Necrosov up on the line. Membership. They can go up here and see about setting up around the woods. And let's see about shoring this disaster. Should I reinforce maybe? Reserves. 3 infantry as reserves for that, and then 3 to the flank. The cannons was completely overrun. You should have a pretty good position here to spray the enemy with canister. And overall, now that the line is set up, should be easier for us to hold this. But I have no idea where my general went. Here we got a 6-pounder left. Order that somewhere around there, or actually towards the center, right? Probably be better. You're doing well, holding off the enemy. I want you though to fire against the regiments over here. Probably could have done a lot more damage on the enemies if I'd still had my howitzers. Oh, you're back? On to the guns, please. We're gonna have a lot of units completely destroyed after this battle. But then again, I feel like I can play a little bit more. Now since it is closing in on the end. Heavy fighting along the main line. I don't feel the need to push forward here. I could set them behind, like behind the wall, like properly set them up behind the wall. But the thing is, we would reduce our firepower so much that it wouldn't be worth it. Like, it wouldn't be worth setting them up like that. Maybe a small unit like this could possibly actually work. I don't know. Hussars setting up over here. More. That's infantry units now. I don't have that much cavalry left, so maybe not ordering the cavalry senseless charge onto the side here is the best idea. Let's see. Winged Hussars. I'm thinking the new Winged Hussar unit, because that is the one that is gone. That it has less armor. I noticed that it almost got like fully like set up with chevrons from the little part that were part of this battle. But I think that in the oh, these guys are about to get overrun. I'm gonna order you to leave, and maybe, just maybe, they will be part of the next battle. Right. Set up like that because of all the cavalry. Might be better to have this cannon set up here with the other one. I need to move the cannons around the spikes so they don't ride into the spikes. Now when the membership units are up here, there's no way they're going to be able to turn this flank. And There's no way I think they're going to be able to push through the main line. No way. Well, funny hats. Well, everyone has funny hats, but these ones were even more unusual. These look more like almost... Huh. Let's see. What is going on? So this side defeated. Switch to round shot and bounce through those guys. Actually, I want to hit the cavalry. Can you get up? Yeah, get up here quickly so I can set you up. As much as I thought these cavalry units that were coming in over here was going to hit this side, they seem to be joining in a cluster here. I want to see if more enemies turn up here. Otherwise, we have enough units that we can extend the line and start to try and encircle them. But I'm not sure if... You know what? Membership brigade will advance and start taking ground here. And that will allow me for the 6-pounder to come up and set up right here. I've got the demi cannons, but I feel like they could probably not do a lot of... they'd probably hit more of my own at this point than that of the enemy. They're kind of lining up along here, which would be a pretty perfect target to fire at. I'm gonna get membership brigade, drawn out something like this, and then moved against the enemy. Currently they've got a single unit of Volgapur fighting with the entire line. Oh, Donetsk. Donetsk Piker. That is a difficult unit to fight, but it was wasted. Utterly wasted. Losing a third of its force, actually half of its force. Almost before it even contacted the line. Oh, what is this? Some kind of Lancer unit. A nasty looking Lancer unit. Even nastier now because it's blown to smithereens. It's definitely going to try and hit us in the flank here. So Hios is already going to be formed into square. And I'm not going to target it anymore because there's a risk of cannon fire going through and killing our own at this point. However, the square is ready and prepared as the enemy's charge go in, and then volleys are led in by Tunai, which takes out loads of their troops. Unfortunately, I cannot support with more cannon fire from the angle that we currently hold. More cavalry to turn up. I want to, as soon as possible, to be starting moving forward the main line and start to encircle and destroy what's left of the enemy here. Because, I mean, oh damn, these guys are holding until there are only like 30 men left. Tunai is slaughtering them, or Hios I should say, down to 21 men. They're also I could see from afar they were firing over here, but I don't know what they were firing at. I'm pretty sure my cannon crew had time to leave. Currently, if I do a quick assessment here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. They still have units coming in over here. But I think we might be done here, and if there's no more units turning up here, then I think it would be safe for me, Yippaloo is not very happy with his situation right now. I will redraw the line so that his flank is not so exposed any longer. We're gonna move fire over here. I think we got some great shots up the right side here. Alright, they're trying. It's another attack going on towards here. I'm gonna turn these guys out to actually face the enemy. Thieving Cossacks. It looks like they've been able to bring in at least 2 units. I think organizing the cavalry for a major attack, getting rid of these, seeing as a lot of these other units are breaking apart. I'll bring 2 units up to make sure that this people of the earth are not coming through. Securing this a little bit more. I don't think this part right here will stand as soon as my cavalry gets into its position and then is able to sweep through here. I want you to focus in on that cavalry unit though. And then maybe you can fire canister on bombardiers. We had plenty of time, we saw it coming, and I was able to redirect the troops, and now we're shooting them apart. We've got guard units out here, which are being silly. Yeah, we don't have... This is it. This is it now. Can I get my hussars ready? They're adding more troops here, which is gonna make this a little bit more harder to conduct. But I'm thinking a full frontal bayonet charge of the 2, half of the infantry brigade and all of Dylan's brigade to add on to this. Okay, you kind of ended up in the wrong area, sort of. And then Dylan's going in here. And as that is happening, I want the Lithuanian rifles to run out to this side, supported over here. I want this brigade to leave its position and move out. I want these guys to gain ground in a bigger way, and then canister focused in on the bombardiers. Right, we've got a massive attack going in all along the line to break down the enemy. I'm just going to do that just to have these guys break off the attack, then swing around further out here, and then come back and hit them. We see massive breaks all over. They're done for. All the enemies breaking over here. Are these guys face? Yeah, they are facing us. What I want to do is, let's see if we can't come in from different angles here a little bit. And then the cavalry strikes from all direction. Dylan, there, the 3 infantry units coming up behind. Alright, cavalry strike. This regiment holds on. Old Ingermanland regiment. Or they're trying anyways. I will redirect the entire membership brigade to face this guard unit over here. The cavalry, being done with the thieving Cossacks, will now turn to this guard unit, and we're going to soften it up a little bit with round shot. Right, the Nekrasov will advance. The Lithuanians, half of the meat and potatoes, will advance. It's the Hussars that are coming in first. The guard unit, unfortunately for them, are being broken up by a retreating unit. The hussars charging downhill. Oh shit, I forgot to tell the cannons to hold fire. I guess that adds to the effect here. I'll tell the hussars to fight through it and leave the winged hussars to do most of the damage. But with this, we can clearly see that the battle is won, and so I will declare this a victory. As the result of that battle, what I noticed right away is that it's only one unit that was absolutely destroyed in the battle, and it's one of the howitzer units, quite surprisingly. All other units, even though really low numbers for quite a few of them, the general down to 4. I wasn't prepared for, but I think that worked out well, even though we ended up in quite the pickle with me not being prepared properly for that side attack. I feel like there's two sides in the comments. Those who like when it's difficult, and they're like, damn, he made a mistake there. I like that. And then he turned it around. That's pretty cool. And then there's other people who are like, I can't believe that he didn't perform this absolutely perfectly. And the mistake he made there, oh, it's so cringe, I can't watch anymore. We'll see who wins out in that. I think it turned out rather interesting. With me having to scramble units from here and there, and not having the optimal situation. Everyone almost survived. A single unit. I'm surprised the general survived. I completely forgot about him, and there's 4 people left. That's kind of surprising. Overall, we can see that we deployed actually 17,000 men. I think I said 16,000. So I wasn't that far off. And then 20 roughly for the enemy, which again not that far off, 19,500. The enemy lost 17,000 men in this battle, in which I lost about 3,500. I have 13,000 left. The enemy's got 1,800 men left. In terms of, I mean, friendly fire in this battle was pretty high. About 800 men was shot by my own. So that's kind of a high number. Although if you look at it from the enemy side, the enemy lost almost. What did they lose to their own fire? They lost about 1,800. So yeah, the enemy didn't do too well there either. We got a 24-pounder guard artillery gun killing the most. And then the new winged hussar unit comes in second. Even though they lost over 2/3 of their unit. 6-pounder gun killing loads, then winged hussars. They were able to chase down a lot. Lithuanian riflemen. Cannon, 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 and as we go along we actually end up to the troops that never made it into the battlefield. General killing 45, hussars 125 here at the bottom. I didn't really see my own unit here, or the what's it called? The guard infantry. This is the first guard infantry, so the membership units gained a lot of chevron, but they didn't kill that many overall. But there we go. Moscow has fallen and is now under my control. I want you guys to guess how much it's gonna cost to replenish this. I'm gonna guess 25,000 is what I'm guessing that it's gonna cost to replenish this, and it is 26,926. I wasn't that far off. I was actually thinking 25,000 might be high. Previously, I think the most expensive has been like 15,000. And I mean, still, I lost. If we had been on the enemy side, replenishing on that would have been insane amount of money. I will probably be able to rebuild my artillery here. So we'll fix that empty slot pretty quickly. And we got this army to shore up any shortfalls, as I'm sure these troops will just run away at this point. But that's good. First things first is to burn all the Orthodox churches, which there are a lot of them. And we'll actually burn down the school as well in Nizhny Novgorod, all the way out there. They're not actually that resistant because, well, it's not the capital. The capital is St. Petersburg, so there's where the main difficulty lies. Pretty good. we managed to conquer Moscow. What's left now? I mean, the big hurdle really is over here in Finland, where they've got the most troops left, which makes sense because they've been at war with Sweden forever and they were never able to conquer it fully. But that's the next one, and then after that, or maybe I'll be able to somehow stitch all of it together into one episode. Hopefully I will not re-record it. I feel like I am a little bit sick, and I thought maybe it'll just be like a raspy voice that maybe, hopefully, maybe even sounds a little bit cooler than normal. But we'll see. We'll see what people say. With that said, though, it's time to end this episode. So I will say like I always say. Hopefully you guys enjoy this, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.